agree, those that have come along, it's going to be a great competition.
Absolute honour. Thank you, Douglas. Brilliant seeing everyone around. I just want to start with a wax around me to my mum, my dad, my brother. All you guys, my extended family, you've done so for me and my kids. I really am humble and I appreciate it. So.
Bit surprised.
Great.
Mum and dad have been bad. Sure.
I can't see any of you. There's a light here that I can't see over. And I think most people know I would rather be stood in the start building here. But thank you all so much and thank you for a great night.
There's a story here about you building one of your first signature GT frames in the back room of Derby Storm whilst eating chips. Is that right?
Yeah, probably. We built a lot of bikes in the back of Derby Storm, so it's, well actually I say we, I technically wasn't involved. Usually got either Ted or Jay Allen to build the bikes, so you know, just, I was an observer and saving my energy for the bike, but yeah, thank you so much Andy Ruffle and Dale Holmes for instigating this tonight. You were the guys who set the scene. You know, it's something that's been long overdue. The UK BMX scene has needed to be celebrated, and I'm so fucking nervous right now. I can't even. My mum's over there, so I'm sorry I swore. Pete's great, but it's been so needed, and the history in the UK is so rich, and it's been a real treat tonight to not only walk in to see people who, when I was a 10-year-old kid getting his first BMX bike, going to see the pros of that era, sitting down, eating dinner, talking and catching up, but also to see the bikes that those guys ride too. This is a special time for BMX, and we've entered into an area of the Olympic cycle, and again, this is BMX 2.0, I guess. And we're building a new breed of stars, and it's all on the foundations that not only you, but myself have set for these next generation of riders to plant their feet on. So my speech has been a bit longer than everyone else's, so I'm just going to cut it now, now your main course from dessert, but now, you know, the one thing that I think everybody who's maybe a little bit too nervous to thank is everybody that's ever helped them out along the way. I'm not an individual that stood here tonight collecting an award, I'm part of a team. And my team spans many, many people. Everybody in this room as inspiration. Anybody that's ever given me a ride in their car to go ride bikes. An inner tube, a tyre, a brake cable, a lending hand, some petrol money to go places, and a place to sleep for the night. You've all been part of my team. We don't get here by ourselves. We're always inspired by other people, and we're always helped. And for as much as, you know, there is a winner here tonight, the first inductee. everybody on that page is worthy of being up tonight too, and that includes Andy and Dale. And I know you've not put yourself out there for a nominee, but holy shit, out of the two people, out of everybody in this room, your names deserve to be on that card tonight. I really would like to thank my mum who's in attendance, my dad who couldn't be here tonight. They're the people that got the ball rolling. They bought me my first BMX bike. I'm lucky enough to be sat with Paul Winfield. You know UK BMX history, you'll know about the UK BFA. There were so many families involved in the early steps of BMX freestyle, and I'm lucky enough to have been a part of the Winfield family. And they embraced me, and they embraced the UK BFA, and really gave us a platform to ride our bikes. And to everybody that, you know, when I left the UK BFA, when I left England, all the people that helped me out, the bike sponsors, the agents, the fans, everybody, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, because everything that you guys did for me along the way, I took those lessons and I put them into two individuals who went out in August in Tokyo and came back with 2 gold medals for England.
One thing I'm getting tonight, and that's family. And if you're a BMXer, you are a member of that family. I don't think there's a big old better member than the BMX family.
Goes to all you kids who throw toys. Some very handsome people and lovely adults, but all your parents who still drive you everywhere. One special thank you to Carol Gosling for bringing all the language to the finish line for all the
Well, it was a long time ago, wasn't it? It's December '79, and looking back, it seemed a strange idea. Go to America, find BMX, and bring it back. I didn't actually know where to go in America, and when I put on a plane to Canada, I had no plans how to bring it back. But for me, this worked out very well because of it. I met a lot of very good and very interesting people. In California, of course, there was Scott Brighter. Scott was the real father of BMX. And Scott first organised the kids up in the Hollywood Hills and got them racing and normal racing. Then there was Bob Osborne, in bicycle motocross action. Now, he had a kid who was his graphics designer there. He was a highly talented artist. And he could also ride a bike, and despite a sprained wrist, this kid performed for me for the movie camera, and he didn't make any complaints and no excuses. Yep, Bob Harrow went on to be a big influence, of course, in the world in general, not just BMX. Back home in England, David Duffield called. He wanted to send his man down to look at our track and talk BMX. And so David and Kev became good friends, and very good friends to BMX. They helped grow a big influence on BMX in the early days. Others I can think of who were there in the early days was Alan Ruston, Richard Grant, and Nigel Thomas, the BMX official, Jeff Barrett Club, of course, and Don Smith worked for us. But I also want to say that perhaps the best support I had for BMX came from within the family. Obviously, Sue took over and ran the BMX team very successfully. And all the kids, Russ, Julian, Alexia, Sam and Holly, really helped with their enthusiasm and cooperation as from time to time. But also I couldn't have done it without the 24/7 help from Chris Cowan, my brother-in-law. Chris, was there with me on all the ventures we undertook, housing, BMX and everything else, and he was a tremendous support. And before leaving the stage, I want to mention one other person who I think was a great influence on the speed with which BMX developed in the UK. That was Mr. Andy Ruff, a superstar handles around television programs and his PR events, really did push it forward. So thanks to this guys, thanks a lot, we enjoyed it, it's fun at the time, and that's it. Cheers.
I would like to expand on that, as you can see from this t-shirt. This is, these two people had a massive influence on how I developed as a young man. I was 16 years old, 15 years old when I started BMX racing. Malcolm was looked after me and the team for a number of years, and the amount of work that these guys put in to developing BMX in this country, it needs to be applauded. And I will expand, and I am extremely proud that these guys are supporting like that. And to accept this award, on behalf, we'd like to bring up Mr. Andy Ruffle.
I tried to make sure actually it's really strange because the whole thing about tonight is like we're kind of all a family, and watching everybody tonight, even when like people were arriving and seeing people that I haven't seen for like 35 years, is like it was quite emotional. And I've got to be honest, I'm not exactly an emotional kind of guy usually, but seeing the happiness for everybody. It's the opposite thing that you might think. It's like, I wish Neil was here to see, not just to collect this award, but to see everybody, 35 years later. The thing with Neil was that when I was doing my thing, I was doing my thing. But Neil, I've got to be honest with you, was better than me. I mean, I'm not kidding, he was better than me. And honestly, until he left us, I kind of think about the time that he was with us and the things like, he was racing bikes. I gave him his first bike, and he was so like me. Not that I want to talk about me, but he was so like me because he rode races, realized that he didn't want to do that, and then he went and built a ramp. I guess he was 14 at the time or something. He built like one of the first half pipes in the freaking world in my mum and dad's front garden in Mission Grove. And that took real determination. He didn't care. He was like, I want to build a ramp, I want to drive. And he was amazing. And it was like, it's so amazing tonight to see everybody here, being in this big family, and the reaction I'm having to Neil not being here is totally different to what I thought it would be. It's like, I actually just wanted Neil to be here tonight, to be part of this family. Everybody that's here tonight. It took a long time. We should have had a Hall of Fame 20 years ago, to be honest, but this is why, this is what makes it worthwhile. And I wish Neil was here. He was the most kick-ass freestyler I've ever seen, I'll be honest.
Jamie Bestwick, Neil Ruffle, legends. Please bring us here. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Just love you all. Thank you.
I've got to say, so Sue just reminded me that back in the 80s we were known as powder puffs. We had junior, we had senior powder puffs. And I don't know how that would fare these days, but okay, we can swiftly on. I'd just like to say a few thank yous, really. Thank you. Big thank you goes to my parents. Linda and Nick, whoever their son up. Without them, my dad especially buying me my first BMX bike, which I must admit, I have to say the story. So I came downstairs Christmas morning, and I was expecting, I'd always want all the kids were out on their new BMXs, and I was really hoping for a little blue and yellow rally burner. And then, so I come downstairs, and there was this red hot shot bike. So me and my brother were like, okay, yeah, they're nice, thank you, don't want to sound too disappointed, but at the end of the day, I want to thank my dad because he put a bit of research into it, and he went and looked around the bikes, yeah. And the hot shot was actually a decent sort of race bike. And so thank you for that, Dad. From that moment on, obviously I went to my first race meeting and went from there. Oh my God, I'm waffling. And so from Hot Shot, I would like to thank Les Windle and Hot Shot BMX because they were my first sponsors. Thank you, Les, for doing this event. Moving on to briefly like sponsorship, Tim March and MRD. Thank you for Tim for my brief spell there. Redline, Steve Wilson, thank you very much. Without the Halford sponsorship, I wouldn't have managed my first motor car, my first Ford Fiesta. And then Vincent Frames, and I wasn't so grateful that they sprayed my beloved Redline back to they sprayed it in their colours, which was a blue colour. But moving on from that, I'd like to then thank Christian Kidd, who's not here tonight, but he's the mobility manager. So Christian, he transformed my Redline, he's put it all back to looking like back as it was back in '86, and it looks amazing. Thank you, Christian. And from that, having my BMX restored, I've done a couple of old school events, and it's been lovely meeting up with all the old school people around the country last year. Thank you. And from that as well, Andover BMX Club, who I've just recently joined, and as Neil mentioned earlier, I'm in that training and basically on the race circuit next year. But I would like to say there's a few people, obviously those that are not here this evening, but there's also that passed on, but there's also a few that haven't been able to make it because they are not well. It's lovely to see Errol, he's made it in. But I want to give a big shout out, not all of you will know this chap, but his name is Joe Whitby. Well, that's his nickname. Those who know Joe, he's got his hospital bed. Keep fighting that guy. And Frank Tennant as well. Yeah. And that's it. Thank you very much. This means so much to me. Thank you.
Just read those names out and I'm like, Craig's got this. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, it really is surreal. For those of you who know me, 7 days ago I was in a police cell in South London. Yeah, if you ever end up in that custody suite, don't bother with the vegan all-day breakfast. I didn't expect to be coming here and crying tonight. But this has happened a couple of times. Once with Kai White, just so proud of that guy and amazing, you know, what he's done, and just to be a and then the other person made me cry twice, and that person is Sue Jarvis, and that happened tonight, and it last happened in 1981. We ran an advert. We used to do a brand of number plates by a company called Wizard, and for some reason, I don't know how it happened, some of the Mongoose team ended up running those number plates. Like, so we ran an advert without their permission with Sam and the rest of the team were, you know, with the number plates. And Sue called me up and gave me such a bollocking. Yes, if you're ever going to run an advert, always get the permission for the team that you're doing it for. So, also, like, just like, do you remember that, Stu? Yeah, thanks to my dad out there, my mum, Madge, you know, taking it all around Europe and everywhere. So, yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much for all the riders that we've had the pleasure of sponsoring all through the 80s, the 90s, the noughties, and you know, John Bentley's here tonight, so we've still got riders out there today. So thank you very much for continuing that on, you know, for us as a team. And you know, I'd like to really thank, you know, Dale and Andy and Darren and Mike and everybody involved in doing this event. I know it's not long overdue, but you know, thank you very much.
Before we introduce the presenters onto the stage to present a trophy to a very worthy winner indeed, the Lifetime Achievement is a one-off. So please welcome onto the stage Olympic silver medalist Kai White and Mike Hughley. That, so it's a pleasure. Michael Busey and Kai White. How's everyone doing tonight? It's obviously a big award, and I want to thank everyone for having me host it and CK. And yeah, all you guys led to this medal here as well, so yeah, thank you everyone. Well,
so most of what there, it's been a long journey. We've come a long way, and thank you to everybody that's turned out. And I want you guys to know that as much as you guys know that I've been battling in London with the track and the kids, all of you that have been on my journey from Stephen Murray's mum, Carol Gosling, Clyde Gosling, Joey Swib, many of you that have taught me to race when I was younger, has made me into the man that I am today. Yeah. So thank you to the BMX community that has made me make some of the best riders for Great Britain. Kai White, his brother, Quillen Isendor, Blaine Davies. Thank you very much for all of you. You are the best.
And with that being said, the winner is
before the age of 1, David Moore
Michael Busey and Kai White present the trophy. Just before they do that, I just want to tell a little story about
I'm a bit of an 80s racer, did only for a couple of years, early 80s, and we all looked up to riders like Dale Holmes, Anthony Howes, who I don't think I've seen tonight, unfortunately. But there was always one kid that I looked up to, even though he was a lot younger than me, and that was David Moore.
Yeah.
Thanks ever so much, everyone. David was playing about on bikes and motorbikes from the age of 2, but he was following Jonathan in everything he did. I can remember John raced motocross, and there was a track opening, Falcon were opening a track in the next village. John was at work as usual, and I took 3 of the kids along. Well, I took them all actually, but Rachel didn't have a bike. And they all raced, and David had a little toy bike, and he came second. And the next day there was going to be a national at Graspy. And we went along. Jonathan didn't race motocross that day. Joe Johnson and David raced. So I can remember Sue Jarvis doing a little paper number plate for him with T something on it, T7 or something like that. And he finished second on this little old toy bike. Bill Holmes was there both days, and he just signed him up straight away. And we just had so many happy years at BMX. He loved Wigan track, especially catching frogs. It was always missing, and he was usually with Ian Lyne, David Ives, Ross Hill. They just loved collecting frogs there, one of his favourite tracks. I don't know how to thank you all enough, but we've had a lot of happy years, and I'm still in touch with lots of these racers. And David went on to race motocross. He left quietly when he was about 12 or 13, and he soon was champion of South Humberside, and he did go on within a year. He reached national levels, and he met his girlfriend at 13. She's here tonight. He had a lot of fun with her. So thank you, Claire, as well. Thank you all.
I just want to say thank you to everybody. It's been a fantastic night. Just amazing, and take care.